welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jessica and I created Dolled Up by Jay. So in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing for you not one, but two Moncler jackets, and I'm going to be going into all the details of them. You know, are they worth the high price? Are they worth the investment? What's the quality like? How do they fit? Are they warm? And also a little bit about the down that they source as well. I want this to be a helpful, informative review for you because I understand these jackets are definitely not cheap. In the world of like puffer jackets and like winter coats, like Moncler is seen as like one of the like very creme de la creme, like luxurious brands. And then there's also like Canada Goose, there is Macage, Moose Knuckle, you know, for like the jacket brands. A lot of designers have puffers as well. These are the brands that I really think about anyways, and when I think about the world of like winter coats and winter dressing, aside from like performance brands such as like Arc'teryx and all of that for their like $1,000 raincoats, like don't even get me started, honestly. I'll show you the jackets now. I'm going to talk about each one, review each one, try each one on for you, and then go into a bit more about like the brand and everything and the pricing and all of that. So this jacket I got last year. This is from their Grenoble ski collection. So it has a different patch logo than the classic Moncler patch. So it has this, I think it's super cool. And then on the inside, it has the Grenoble as well. Now, this is a ski jacket. So the Grenoble collection is meant for more performance wear. So it is a ski jacket. And on the inside, it has the little ski trim belts. The function of this basically, aside from keeping your hips extra warm, is if you fall, the worst feeling in the world is when you fall when you're skiing or snowboarding or whatever. I'm a skier. Comment below if you're a skier or snowboarder. Is that the snow, if you don't have one of these little flaps, the snow can go up into your waist and it's so cold and it is not pleasant. So that's the reason that ski jackets always have this little liner inside. And so this jacket I will try on for you now. I got in Europe last year. I tried finding it on the website for this year. They have a similar one in the more shiny material, but they don't have this exact jacket, but they do have with the fur in the more shiny finish. Really nice jacket though. Okay, so this is the jacket on. I am wearing a skirt because I live in a hot climate, so we're just representing from the top up. I wore a hoodie underneath as well today, so you can kind of gauge the fit of it with the sweater versus just a t-shirt, because I don't know if anyone else is a bit larger chested watching this, but buying a jacket when you are not a 32A is definitely always a bit of a challenge, and we want to have the zip test successful. So I got a size small in this. Now this does have the fur trimmed hood. This is what it looks like on. It is very big, very, very voluminous, very fabulous. And then here is from the back. I'm like kind of crouched down. So really, really cute. Like I'm literally like a little Eskimo over here. Full dress, obviously like the fur is not for everyone. I know it is a very controversial topic, and this brand does use real fur in its products. This is a fox fur hood, so if you have certain feelings about fur, they have other offerings, but I understand as well if you don't necessarily want to support them because they do use real fur. I'm just keeping it real here, so you know this is a brand that does use real fur. If you are considering these jackets and you're against fur production, it's part of what they do in the company. So up close here, you can see it zipped up. It is not pulling at my chest. It is not too tight. I have, again, the size small on, and it does have these little pockets here. I don't, to be honest with you, I'm like crouched. To be honest with you, I don't love the pockets on this jacket. I find them a bit annoying because you have to constantly like reach in like a bit awkwardly past the flap and then make sure the flap is like down after, so they're not just like kind of sticking up. So I usually just keep the buttons down and just like reach in like this. And like if my hands are cold, I'll just go like that. It looks all right. I do kind of wish the pockets were more like this with the zipper instead, but c'est la vie. And the zippers it comes with are these little buttons here. They have the Moncler, and then there's also the Grenoble logo just there as well. And what I also like about this is it has the coverings for the hands, because if you live in a really cold place, obviously this is really nice if you're just walking around the city in general, just to have like a little extra covering over your hands. Maybe you're like me and you don't love wearing gloves everywhere. They're annoying to, you know, use your phone with, and also any of the smartphone gloves are like usually really ugly, so I just like can't get on it. but that's just me. So, oh my God, it's getting warm in here now. Okay, so that was jacket number one. Now, this is definitely a bit a higher priced jacket because it is obviously with the fox fur trim. I think it's about 2,000 US dollars. So it's definitely an investment piece. But I mean, compared to like some of the other designer puffers out there that go for 3,000 US or more without any fur, anything like that, it's not as bad, but it's still definitely like up there, right? And now I will tell you as well, with the hood, this is not a detachable hood. The other jacket I will show you has a detachable hood. So if that's important to you, then don't get this model of jacket because the hood does not come off. It also has these things that you can use to like tighten up the hood if it's really cold and windy. So it'll make it tighter against your head. Like you just saw me wearing it and it's massive, but you can streamline it. It has these little ties and then it has this on the back as well to like completely. I love this jacket. I wore it so much last year, honestly, so much. It's still in perfect condition. I haven't had a chance to ski with it yet. That's the only thing. I can't give you a performance review, but I'm definitely gonna try skiing with it this year. And it does have this little info thing on the side. It says performance and style, designed for light sport, water repellent, but not waterproof. Just keep that in mind. Windproof. It does say windproof as well. Their jackets are meant to be windproof. The article I found that I will link below called "Why is Moncler So Expensive?" and someone from the company had said that the ratio of the down fill that they use is basically windproof. So to give you a little bit more reasoning as well, like the jackets are meant to be windproof, and I can attest to that. Both the ones I own, I've been in cold Canada and cold London wearing this one that I'm going to show you now. And it was in fact windproof. I can attest to that. Okay, so here's the next piece. If you're new here, you might not have seen my recent London shopping vlog, but I do get this jacket in that vlog. I do a little unboxing moment as well. So this is the Bady down jacket, I believe it's called. The other one I think is Bady fur trim or something, but this isn't gonna be the exact one on the website. It might have a different name than the one I show you. Both will be linked below. This jacket is like the classic quintessential, like everyone kind of knows this is Moncler. If you see this kind of glazed finish, very, very popular. I really love this jacket, honestly, and I like how it can be a little bit more casual. I mean, I don't necessarily want to wear like a fur hood every single day. Sometimes you just want to throw something on, and I like how this is just like a bit more casual vibes as well. And it does have the classic Moncler patch on the side. If you do love your labels and you don't know if people will recognize the Grenoble necessarily, well, fear not, you can get it here. So I'll put this on for you as well. The two models of jacket were about $700 US difference. This model versus without the fur. Now the ski model might have had slightly different pricing, but I remember in euros, it was just over 2,000, so Canadian, so it'd be about the same in US. And I'm so sorry, the size I bought with this is 1. So the size I got with the ski jacket as well is a size 1, just for your reference. And I usually wear size small, and I'm 5'7", I usually wear a small, and 1 worked for me, especially being larger chest as well. I think 0 is their extra small for the company. I have a small like frame, so usually extra small can fit me, but just didn't zip up, man. Couldn't get there. Okay, so this is the Bady down jacket, or however they say it. I think the gloss is like really cool. Like it's just like, it's cool. Like I like it. I really like the fit of these jackets as well. They are kind of like, when you have your arms down even a little bit, or when it's zipped, it's kind of streamlined to the body. It's not super bulky. It's not aggressively puffer style. Like for example, the super puffs, if you're familiar with Aritzia is all over the world now. It's a Canadian company. They really push the super puffs every year, but those are like maxi puff jackets, like 90s R&B video vibes. Like, so if you don't really want something that extreme, this brand is a good option for you because everything is more kind of cinched. Okay, so I'll zip it up for you now. So this is the jacket zipped and wearing a sweater underneath. Keep that in mind. I do find for some reason it is a tiny bit more tight across my chest than the other one, but I still really like it. And honestly, when I'm walking around, usually like I just wear a jacket open and walk around with like a sweater most of the time. But I had moments as well when I was in London and it was chilly, so I would zip it up for sure. But I don't think that it looks too tight. I think any girl with like a chest is gonna have the same issue. The extra small, it was way worse. The next size up, was just too big. It didn't look streamlined enough on me. And I really just like the silhouette this gives. And also I really like these pockets. Like I really like how the pockets are just easier to use than the flap ones that sat across. You can just throw something in, whatever, zip them up, and go about your day. And you have a little patch there like that. And now this one as well does come with a removable hood, by the way. This is it from the back. And so you can detach the hood, which I really like. I'm not really like a hood detached person. Like I'm always worried I'm just gonna like lose them, like, you know, but you can detach the hood. There are the snaps. I'll show you the back. There are all the snaps here to detach the hood. So that's nice as well. And you can also tighten it. If you're somewhere that's quite windy, you can tighten the hood and just make it work for you a little bit better. This little comic book thing inside, it's like cool. Okay, I'm wearing another hood, so this might be a bit complicated, but that's how it is. So the hood is definitely not as large as the fur one, but it fits about the same. It just looks a lot smaller because there's no fur around it. Now, the fur model jackets, they were really nice, but I didn't see any when I was shopping for this one that had different fur. They had like the exact same jacket, but then brown fur. And I was like, it's the same. I'm not gonna just buy a double of the same jacket. Like that's unnecessary. So I got this one and I think it's just like, I don't know. It's like kind of gangster, isn't it? Isn't it cool? I really like both of them. I think both of them are good for different days, different vibes, whatever you're feeling. Not saying you need to buy two, but that's just what it is. And then also this hoodie is Moncler. I got it off of Matches Fashion back in July though. I got it in July, it was cold. I visited London from Mykonos and it was freezing. So I got this express delivered. I don't think it's available anymore, I'm sorry. Otherwise I would link it for you because I love it. It's like a really cute, like cropped little moment. If I can find it, I will link it, okay? Okay, so just to give you an idea of like, why are these jackets so expensive? Like why are these like basically like 1,500 bucks, you know what I mean? Like $13.70 US, I think, for this model here. And the other one is 2,000, like, The brand started in 1954. I'm not going to give you a complete history of it. Most of their materials are all sourced from Europe and some from Japan, apparently Japanese yarn, which is like extremely lightweight. That's why the jackets are also known for being lightweight as opposed to being heavy, yet extremely breathable and warm. I never noticed myself walking around the city sweating wearing one of these jackets, which is honestly the worst thing ever. Going from hot to cold and then just sweating profusely in the winter is disgusting. Like I used to buy a lot of jackets from Zara. I would even get like the down puffer type jackets. I always noticed that because they're polyester, it's not a very breathable material at all. It's very, very cheap to produce. And I would always just get extremely hot and then I wasn't warm enough half the time. Like it was just not an enjoyable experience. Also, those jackets I would have to replace at least once a year. Sometimes I wouldn't even make it through the whole winter season because the zippers would break. I would get rips inside the jackets and also inside the pockets. And not to mention, I can't find anything online about where Zara sources their down. And down is known to be a bit questionable as a material. So with the Moncler jackets, they are DIST certified, which stands for Down Integrity System and Traceability. I memorized that. So basically the inside of my jacket here has the certification right there. And then on the inside is just the like care label and all of that. It says where it's made. This one is made in Armenia. So none of their stuff is made in China or anything. Producing in Europe is definitely more expensive than in China. Their materials are European, but obviously like taking the materials from somewhere and then finishing them somewhere else could be like labor questions involved, right? Of what country that is produced in. I don't know enough about like Armenian labor laws and all of that, but according to their website, which I am taking with a grain of salt because I feel like companies often do pump themselves up a lot, but they have a lot of very in-depth sustainability initiatives and commodity chain tracking information on their website. It shows you like the source of all the materials, where they come from, and then also regarding the down in terms of ethics, they get down that is made from white geese that are farmed for food production. So they're not just killing geese for the feathers, they're using goose down that will already be consumed for food. So basically with this down certification that they have a team of like veterinarians and zoologists and scientists that do audits. And for the last 3 years, they've done like 450 field audits of all of their sourcing, basically, like, you know, how are the standards for the animals and do they show any signs of stress, such as broken wings, picking at their own feathers, irregularly colored beaks, and poor feather condition? Are they crowded? So they conduct all these audits, and they, according to their website, they fund it themselves, not through a third-party supplier, because obviously if it's funded through a supplier, they could distort the data just to appease the company and then get away with treating animals basically horribly. Now, they have this initiative for the down, which I do quite enjoy. Again, the composition is 90% white geese feathers, 10% small feathers, and as I said in the beginning of the video, this is to create maximum warmth and make it windproof. And that's basically what you're paying for. You're paying for the jacket to be made of high quality material, not sourced from China. They are mostly European materials. So, you know, you are paying for the materials, again, to be made, produced, everything assembled in Europe. Team of zoologists and veterinarians overseeing care of the animals that are being essentially used for the down, right? And then you're also paying for just like the heritage. You're paying for the name, of course. I mean, Canada Goose jackets are probably about like 40% or even 50% cheaper than Moncler. They might have risen their prices now. I haven't checked in a bit. They come with a lifetime warranty. Moncler doesn't. Just FYI. But also, this brand has been around for so long, and it's definitely become a bit of a prestigious kind of winter kind of performance and fashion winter wear brand. The higher prices obviously will resort from being produced in Europe, the commodity chain and all of that goes through all the certification processes and everything that they're doing. They have teams of independent auditors as well that are monitoring their labor in the factories and all that, the working conditions. And on their website it says anyone found in breach of any of their kind of like regulations and ethical guidelines will be terminated from their contracts, you know, as vendors. But I mean, they also had like hundreds of vendors that they're using. So although they've conducted like hundreds of audits and hundreds of vendors, sometimes like things slip through the cracks. But I do think as well, the amount of information I found on their website is probably the most information I found on any clothing website, honestly. Like some designers, and it'll say sustainability initiative and like what they're doing. You see anything about the commodity chain, rarely see anything about like animal ethics. Obviously the fur aside, I understand ethical down, but then they use fur. I know it's a bit conflicting, but I'm just trying to give you the information. Overall, I mean, I love the jackets. I love the fit of them. I love how they have so many styles. They have so many beautiful colors as well available. They have so many nice finishes. And I love like the shiny material, but you can also get non-shiny. They have really cute puffers. They have really cute sweaters, obviously, and all of that. They have like ski helmets. I think that their stuff is very nice, very stylish. But again, it is definitely made for if you're willing to part with your money for the price. But I've had that one jacket for a year, wore it all the time. It looks brand new still. And I can't say that about Zara, you know. Now there are other brands such as Canada Goose, Macaj, and all of that are significantly less than Moncler. But again, they're not as streamlined, they're not as sleek, and the jackets are much heavier. I tried on Macaj jackets in London and I was like, these are like a bit heavy, and they're just like not as sleek looking as I would like. And they also had massive logos on them. And the Canada Goose too, the patch is so big. And I like a little logo moment, but like a bit more like subtle. It depends when. Like I don't necessarily want to walk around with a massive logo on myself. If it's subtle, it's fine. So that's how I feel about it. I really love these jackets personally. If it is something that your budget allows or you wanted to save up for, I 100% think that that's a great idea, because these coats are honestly like beautiful, timeless. Basically like every brand from the trickle down effect. If you remember Devil Wears Prada, everything trickles down, right? Basically so many brands have remade like this quintessential classic puffer style jacket. Go into any store this time of year, any department store, any fast fashion website, they all have jackets like this, and this is basically like the original. So honestly, these are gonna be jackets I have for like at least 10 years, probably more, who knows. And yeah, love them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I hope you found it really informative. I hoped it helped answer some questions you had if you weren't sure if you wanted to buy this jacket or not. Unfortunately, I can't compare it to Canada Goose because the style of Canada Goose jackets, I just don't love. It's just too puffy for me. I just went straight to the top, baby. So if you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're here for more fashion reviews and discussion videos. And I hope you're doing super well. See you next time. Bye.